The Arkansas Grazing Lands Coalition, in partnership with the Natural Resources Conservation Service of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, is pleased to present this water structure instructional video. The video will show the steps to install a tire tank according to the specifications in the NRCS Environmental Quality Incentives Program, commonly called EQIP, for the purpose of providing permanent water structures for managed grazing. You'll be able to see for yourself what's required to install this type of tank. Plus, you'll receive important tips to ensure its dependable operation. Tire tanks can be a relatively easy and inexpensive way to ensure a dependable source of water in managed grazing pastures. The tires don't have to be new, and used tires can often be obtained for free. On this property, the tires were obtained from a local quarry. The water source here is city water and pipes that had previously been installed from the highway throughout the property. Regardless of the water source, piping must be buried below the freeze line. The freeze line varies in different locations in Arkansas, and it's suggested that you check with your local NRCS office for the minimum pipe depth for your location. Prior to any construction activity, remember to always call 811 to have the utility locations marked. There will be several tanks installed on this property. This would be the case on most properties to facilitate multiple managed grazing pastures. Also remember that depending on your available time, equipment, and expertise, you can install the tanks yourself or use professional contractors. You'll need to carefully select the location for each tank. You must be able to level the tank and have an 8-foot minimum protected area around the tank. The area called a heavy use area will have filter fabric covered with rock to protect the soil base from livestock impact. If you're just beginning managed grazing, spend some time planning the location of your future pastures, including additional watering points and fences. This will influence the location of your permanent tanks. Ideal travel distance for livestock is less than 800 feet to a watering point. Water bodies within 800 feet of the proposed watering site will need to be excluded from livestock with a fence. One sidewall will need to be removed. The amount removed will depend on the size of the tire and the livestock species you raise. Be sure to consider the width needed for the animal to get its head into the tank to drink. The pad area should be excavated to a minimum 6 inches below ground surface and leveled. NRCS specifications require a minimum Schedule 40 PVC for all the pipe, supply, and overflow. The white riser is the Scheduled 40 PVC overflow pipe, which directs water to an optional infiltration bed outside the tank pad area. An infiltration bed may be needed for sites where natural grade does not provide a free outlet for the drain pipe. The dark riser is Schedule 80 PVC, which was used in this case for the pipe directly feeding the tank. Schedule 80 PVC is stronger and less likely to break. The landowner opted to use it in this case, and it is certainly suggested, but not required. Brass piping can also be used and will be stronger than Schedule 80 PVC. An emergency shutoff valve should be installed to separate the water source from the tank. The tire tank has been placed over the PVC risers. Use a board and a handheld level to check to make sure the tank is level. If not, remove the tire and excavate the leveled pad. Caution: do not use uncompacted fill to level the tire. This can result in uneven settling that can break the PVC lines. Gravel is placed in the infiltration drain to disperse water when the tank drains. Portland cement and Quikrete are mixed together with water to form concrete. When using Quikrete, it's suggested that Portland cement be added to 1 part cement to 10 parts Quikrete ratio to strengthen the concrete mixture. Pre-mixed concrete can be used at producer's option. The Quikrete and cement is thoroughly mixed to the recommended consistency. The concrete mixture is carefully placed into the opening of the tire rim. It's important that the concrete mixture be compacted under the tire sidewall to remove air pockets and to ensure a watertight seal. Keeping the concrete surface moist while curing will enhance the integrity of the concrete. Here is Arkansas NRCS's drawing for a tire tank. Please note the following details. 1. The tire tank will sit on a compacted base. 2. The drain serves multi-purposes: to discharge water if there is a valve malfunction, to drain the tank for cleaning and maintenance purposes, and as an overflow when the ice preventer is being used. 3. A shutoff is added to serve as an ice preventer. 4. Concrete is firmly placed underneath the tire wall and up to the bead of the rim. And 5. A float valve is installed. Several manufacturer brands of floats are available, such as Jobe, Apex, and Gallagher. The minimum pipe thickness is PVC Schedule 40, but brass is recommended. Filter fabric is placed around a tank to provide stability and to prevent gravel from mixing into the soil. Scissors are a better option to cut the fabric compared to a knife. Some conservation district offices sell filter fabric to the public. Gravel is placed on top of the fabric starting near the tank and working backward towards the outer edge. The gravel must be at least 6 inches thick to meet NRCS specifications. If needed, additional gravel can be placed around the tire to accommodate the comfortable drinking height of the animals to be served. SB2 gravel was used for this project. Tire tanks can be an inexpensive and effective option to provide water to livestock. Please contact your local NRCS office for technical guidance.